What's up? What's up? What's up?
That's what you're doing? Happy Monday. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. He writes out all of my scripture. He brings all of my medicine in the room.
In the room.
Didn't you
do a cheering? That what it say? Cheering? Or what?
Actually, that's not even the same right song. That go to God, put a rainbow in the sky. Maybe moving the whole table.
Oh. Why your thing hide in mine? You don't put your thumb higher than the Lord.
Oh, you Lord?
In this house.
Oh. Come on in the room. Come on in the room.
What's in your cup, babe?
Water.
Yeah, mine too.
High quality H2O. I ain't mean to put that over there. Come on in, tell us where you from.
All right. Represent your hood.
Your hood.
Your set.
Your set.
Right.
Put you on.
Throw it up.
All right, we got Kendra from Houston. Kendra Price. We got Danielle. Hey, baby, how are you?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, I'm doing the wrong thing.
Yes, you are.
Shut up. So how was everybody's Monday? Oh, Lord. He said, Bookie. Bookie, no, man. No, sir. We're not playing with you tonight. All right, Shantae, North Carolina. So how was y'all day? How was your day?
It's good. Another day that the Lord has made.
Really?
Yes. I will rejoice.
And be glad. Mm-hmm. That's what you say?
How was yours?
Long.
I ain't a man.
I couldn't wait for it to be over. I was like, Lord.
It was hot today, buddy.
Hot ain't a word. I mean,
that young heater.
Wherever y'all at, what's the temperature where y'all at? Because our temperature stuck on hell where we at. It's hell. I walked out the door this morning and it hit me like somebody had a blowtorch on me. I was like, my God. I started off rough because of the storm, but that's right. So how'd you you have any damage? You know, flooding or what's going where?
Yeah, because she on the Gulf Coast, all that in there.
I know, but I'm saying how did you fare? You know, we had storms and sometimes we had worse than others. So I was just trying to figure out how you fared.
We know about them hurricanes.
Yeah, in the words of my mom, the hurricanes.
We know about the hurricanes for sure.
Yes, Lord, because that we had one. Our power was out for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. We had to
listen. She said no damage where I'm at. Cool, that's great.
That's good.
Listen, we had it where the power went out, but the power went out for the whole.
Like the whole city almost.
Oh, me right. So people was breaking in people's houses because you ain't had no lights,
no alarm,
nothing was working. I was like, it was ragged. Coast and New Orleans got it hard. Yes, they did. Poor New Orleans. I know they love their city, but I don't think I could be there and keep going through the same thing. You know, like doggone it.
Hey, they had 2 hurricanes. We don't have 100.
Yeah, but they don't do like that.
That's because they below sea level. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I could.
Them levees, we don't have that problem here.
I don't want no levee and nothing else. That must be crazy.
We don't have a heap of hurricanes.
So did anybody watch Put a Ring on It?
I did.
You did. So what'd you think, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah. It didn't. Well, it turned out like I suspected, but I don't think it should have turned out that way. But you know, hey, live your best
Philadelphia.
life.
Hey, hon, how are you?
That's what's up.
So we are going to talk about Put a Ring on It, but we're going to correlate this with relationships. Period.
Of course.
I see we have some new or different people on here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's always do. We have like a whole little
All
wave
the
of
time, yeah.
So the show put a ring on it on OWN. I'm glad that he's doing good, baby. Had were couples that have been together for at least 2 years with no children together.
Right.
Go to counseling, go on dates with other people to see if that's really what you want, or why are you stuck in this place?
Right.
So they had the season finale. Hey,
What's up, Miss Mildred?
so so we're talking about the last show is at the end. Are you gonna put a ring on it, or are you going to just walk away pretty much?
I mean, before the halfway mark of the show, they went ring shopping, so you knew they were going to do it. But you don't go ring shopping. If
Well,
you're not
no,
going,
but that's her. That they make them do it every time because they want to look at rings and see how much it costs, all that stuff. But they don't have to buy a ring. Everybody didn't buy a ring. So you go ring shopping, and she goes drink shopping.
I didn't watch the finale last time. I watched it this time, but the last season I didn't watch it.
So the finale was anticlimactic.
Very much so. Super
All right.
duper boring.
Right, like. So let's first talk about Alexia and Darren.
They weren't there.
I know. So I don't know if y'all saw Alexia's.
They had broke it up.
Alexia's. She has a Instagram. She looks pregnant, and people are asking if she's pregnant. She says you gotta wait and see. You gotta watch the reunion or something like that.
Yeah.
I hope that she has not waited 14 years, get pregnant from this dude that it has cheated on her and oblivious to what do you think is wrong with him? The men like that who do wrong, who cheat, who treat their woman bad, feel like it's always something she's not doing,
right? But
then don't see the error in their ways. What is that? That's not narcissistic, is it?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
But I don't think he wants to see the error in his ways. He said, he told them it's not my job to make her want to marry. You know what I'm saying? Make me want to marry her. It's her job.
So I watch YouTube all the time, and I was watching this thing, and it was a series of conversation that he had with another YouTuber, and he was talking about
allegedly,
he was talking about how Alexia, it was her job to make him want marry her and all kind of crazy
stuff. It
stuff.
was a toxic relationship, and that she wasn't loving him properly, and all that kind of thing.
You don't think that there's some loving that he could have done?
Oh, of course, but you have to assume that he's a lucid, self-aware individual. At that point.
A lucid.
Yeah.
Do tell. And Corey, it's an ego thing. Men don't like being in the wrong.
Correct. That's what it takes.
I get that. I really, really get that. But here's the thing. I know a lot of guys, and they don't like to say wrong up front.
Hold on. Wait, what?
I know a lot of guys.
Wait, what?
I know, like the biblical way.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
I have known a lot of guys.
We're going to pause this live. We need to discuss this. What? Say what?
I was not pure.
Lord have mercy. You ain't telling me that the other time.
Good evening, Richmond Heights, Florida. Oh, Lord. I knew who this was.
That's what I'm talking about.
The newlyweds.
That's right. Congrats.
Newlyweds. So, I know men don't like to be wrong, Corey.
Right.
But usually at some point in time, they'll be like we've dealt with couples, and through a counseling session or premarital counseling, like he might say, I'm not whatever. But then usually he starts to come around. That dude wasn't coming around at all. Like, he just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it takes a lot of maturity to realize where you are and then take steps to get from that point. So
what do you think? What is your prediction that's going to happen with them?
I don't think they're going to be together.
I think they are.
I don't think
I think they are. And I think she's pregnant. That belly on whatever, it was round, and everybody was like,
then that's what the what's the classic thing where they try to trap the guys by having a baby from them. That's not gonna make the relationship
right.
better.
But I hope because she wanted the baby. No, he wanted the baby.
No, she wanted one too.
Right, but she wanted it in the context of marriage.
Correct.
But I listen.
So that's why I'm saying.
But women do that so often. Women,
but she
get in the place of desperation.
She could have done that a long time ago.
But women get in the place of desperation. She's got somebody that's posing a threat to her.
I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see.
What show are you guys talking about? It's called Put a Ring on It. It's on OWN. The premise of the show is they bring couples that have been together for at least 2 years, no children together, and they're stuck. Like the woman want to get married, the man don't, or whatever,
or vice versa.
And so they go to this. They go to it's like 3 couples usually go through these little sessions. They go on dates with other people.
It's a process.
But the dates with other people is to see because if I only been with Cedric and we're stuck, I might just be complacent with him,
right.
settling for him, and he might not be one. Now I really believe one of them other people, when we get to them, they set up for they regular because they wanted something else.
Right.
So we talk about the show Court, but we're talking about relationships in general.
Right. We're referencing the relationship dynamics that are on the show.
So I think that he's going to be with.
Look shiny.
I think he's going to be with
Alexia.
You
think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, first of all, when he was crying, she was wiping his tears at the time. No,
that big bro wasn't crying.
He was playing like he was crying. She was like this.
He putting it with the puppy dog.
She was like she crying and she wiping his face. I was like, really? He wasn't crying.
That face was just a dry.
You so dumb. All right.
He was hitting with the boom bap.
So, hey, Lena.
What's up, Lena?
Just missed that they say Alexia pregnant girl. She got a big old belly. And she says you got to watch the finale, watch the reunion to know.
Show. Yeah.
I know she's pregnant.
So anyway, now moving on to Sunroof and Thoughttastic.
Did you say Sunroof and Thoughttastic?
Thoughttastic.
That is not of God. Lena, he called him Sunroof and Thoughttastic.
Thoughttastic. Listen, I had to give it to her when she brought them little shot glasses out of herself, half butt naked, and they took shots on them. Talking about y'all could drink out of me. Yeah. See, yeah, that she official now. That was definitely a thought move.
Really?
Would you do some mess like that?
First of all, I won't be on this show because they end up in a fight.
Well, you can see that's why you can't be on TV.
Nope.
You ain't say I thought you was a Christian.
I'm not sharing.
They were on a date. They won't do no sharing.
Oh, the girl he was with, man, she was doing this the whole time.
What?
The girl that Sunroof was with.
Oh yeah, that Panamanian chick.
So Cedric feels like he should have went with the Panamanian chick. He feels like that. You can explain it.
Well, I'm saying that him and Jessica are the same person. They both are very insecure, and they both are very, I don't know, like see things one way. So, like I say, he's still messing with Kai, and for real at this point, he needed to go ball.
Well. Cedric think he had a transplant because it didn't look it looked more filled in. So I think he had one of the little transplant.
Yeah, because it take time for it to fill in once you first get it. But it look better now than it did.
Okay, so they have serious trust issues. And I know the show's all grandiose and everybody want to be married, everybody wanted to come out and whatever. But he was saying how well the other chick made him feel. Right. She was digging that other guy.
How she listened to him and he felt comfortable. That don't make no sense. You've been with somebody for 3 or 4 years. And how somebody you just met make you feel more comfortable and more easier to communicate with, that ought to be a red flag.
Right.
And so I think he's going to chat with that lady the way he was laying in her chair. Oh, cheat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If he has not already.
But I'm saying just the interaction, she was very tender and caring, and Jessica's not.
But.
At all.
But it could be how he treats her, because sometimes you can meet somebody new and give them more attention. He could be a nicer person.
I'm saying that's irrelevant. If I want somebody to be tender to me and treat me a certain way, it doesn't matter what's the cause of it. The result is I'm not getting it. You know what I'm saying?
This might be a scripted show, just like Housewives show. Well, I don't think this one is, only because.
It is that Kai is she's not following the script.
Well, let me tell you this. We had a family member that they got interviewed for the show, and they called them out the blue because they saw her Instagram.
Right.
So I know that they picked people, but they were saying you gotta be willing to go through the process and go on dates with people, and they weren't willing to do that. Right. So I can't say everybody, but I do know some of them people is And housewives ain't got no, ain't none of them housewives. We gonna talk about that.
Right.
Not the way Sean cried about what?
Everything. Sean is the little.
I know what I'm saying. What Lena, what you making reference to? So Jessica and Eric had no business staying together.
I don't think so.
Now, or
well, even if they don't get married at this time,
but I think
they got a lot more work to do.
A lot more work to do because they are so insecure.
And they talking about having another baby too.
And she don't want to have another baby. And that was he said that, and that's another thing. She said it's not an option for her to have a baby. He said that's a deal breaker for him.
Right.
So how are you gonna marry the person that you said the main thing you want they're not gonna do?
Well, they both got 2 kids apiece. So I mean,
he wants another child, and he said that's.
But when she said yes, she alluded to the fact they would have another baby. I think she said something.
I ain't hear that, man.
Another baby. She said something that led me to believe, but maybe I missed it.
All right.
Lena say the show ain't scripted.
I don't think the show.
She's talking about not how much he cried, because it wouldn't be that much crying written in the script.
Right.
That's
okay.
true.
So there's one. Okay, so we're gonna go over to LaRonda and Sean.
Yeah, that's the cry.
This is sad. LaRonda was really feeling this other dude. Guy. He's not old, but he's older than what she normally dates. But he's more settled. Women see like a man with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Sean always crying, looking like I don't got my money. Like, dude, fake it. Like, men have always been the source of security for women. Whatever. So I'm like, how you so?
It is her by the end of the day, so isn't it her choice? Of course, it's her choice.
Right, it's her choice, but
we're just saying that could be a issue of contention.
It's going to be an issue. You can't know
if he wants to and she doesn't. That'll be an argument from here on.
Well, this is the thing. One thing you told me, you can't come into the relationship knowing where I stand and then be mad when I don't change.
Right.
Not that you can't evolve and grow as a person, but if I say I'm not having any children, you can't get in a relationship like we married now. You gotta have kids. I told you I didn't want children. Right. Whatever the case may be, you can't come in and expect somebody different. That's why you talk about that stuff up front. That's why you have powwows.
Well, but that's the whole reason behind dating someone is to learn about them and see if you are in fact compatible with them, so you can be married.
But do people really date correctly anymore?
Well, I'm saying they don't have those serious conversations. They don't ask the right questions.
Questions like what?
Well, it's all kind of about children, religion, about jobs, because some people are focused on their career. Like, for instance, I don't like
Mildred. If you on here, put those questions. Y'all had some topics in y'all book.
The book B or whatever it is.
That they said you should ask even on a date.
Right.
And when you think about it, it's true. Those things are so serious.
Yeah. Finances, all of that need to be discussed.
Yes.
But Skip Bayless said that when he married his wife, he told her up front that my career is the most important thing. So if you can't deal with that, we can't be married.
But how's your career more important than your wife?
It doesn't matter. He made that assertion before they got married, and she accepted that. So they still married because she's okay with that option. And plus, they're older, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Skip got to be 60 or something like that. So his wife is older. It's not like they're 18. So when you get that age, you want something different. You don't want somebody all up on you all the time anyway. You just want some companionship late at night. You know what I mean? Like somebody in the bed with you. You ain't got to be going through all them changes. So
Corey said, no, people don't date correctly. Okay, so let me ask you, what is dating correctly? What would you say? To me, I don't think people like this, but I think you have to date multiple people. You can't be dating one person and know what you like from that one person, because everybody's different. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you are upfront and honest with the people, saying, hey, I'm dating multiple people. We're just friends. This is what it is. What y'all think about that, dating multiple people?
That's my opinion. But people be dating and be trying to hunch and all that kind of stuff. That's different.
Hunching.
Yeah, because you hunch and you get your emotions all intertwined in that thing.
Okay, so for me, dating correct, I do believe.
And dating makes no sense.
Yes, dating, like, I know people don't think that the biblical way is right, but it makes you have clear vision and see the person that you're dealing with as opposed to good sex.
It takes the emotions out of it, and you actually can learn the person and what their characteristics.
And you see red flags that when you might be in a euphoric state,
but you don't care because you're feeling good. Like, I want some more of that. I don't care what he got going on.
All right, yes, date multiple people until you are ready to settle down. Yeah. See, now we've always talked about that, but people
don't like that.
People act, and we have people that as Christians came at us because, we ministers, blah, blah, but I feel the same way he does. Being honest, saying, hey, we friends, I have other people I talk to, whatever.
Right.
Being that way, no one's sweeping under the rug or, whatever.
Right.
That's a good point said.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Lena says, that's a good point said, but transparency is the key to make sure they're open to that. Exactly. You have to be honest and upfront.
Well, we were talking about that earlier about his relationships, and he was saying that he never dogged anybody. He was saying like he'd mess with different people, but everybody knew that, okay, we in a relationship.
We're just friends. Right. And it is what it is.
And date with no. See, Kendra, you on point. Let me tell you something about you get some good sex, and especially be halfway look like somebody,
and you all in the fall,
and then you can't see the fact that this nigga ain't got no job, this nigga ain't got no house, he ain't got no car, he got nothing. But you just you take me to work, babe.
Yeah, good sex leads to bad decisions.
Yes, it does.
Corey says, for me personally, I think dating is very difficult. I think a lot of people come with baggage, which means it's going to be a project to get things to where it ought to be.
Okay, everybody has baggage, Corey. Yes. The difference is
to get somebody that has an acceptable amount of baggage.
Well, this is the thing. Do you ever really know how much baggage it is? No. Because when we got married,
you don't necessarily know all of it, but you can have an insight to, okay, they got way too much. Just like, for instance, if you met the guy Sean on the show, just from talking to him for 1 or 2 dates, you'll know that he got too much going on. He got daddy issues,
but he might not bring it. But see, she knows that she brought the daddy issues because she knows it. But everybody wouldn't know that.
When you ask somebody about their parents, it will come up about his dad, and he gonna cry. That's what it's gonna be. You don't think so?
He will cry.
Or he gonna look crazy. So you gonna know then his relationship's all messed up in his family.
True.
You know what I mean? So you don't know exactly, but you have an idea.
Chantel say he's insecure. He's very insecure. Right. But okay, women. What does it do to you to have a man that's insecure? Like, to me, it made me just feel like you're a punk or something. Like
no, but see, this is the thing. Just like there's different kind of men, there's different kind of women. Some women like projects. They want to fix everybody. And I think she's a fixer.
So how much baggage can or should be dealt with? That, first of all, is up to the person.
Right. Everybody's different. So you have to determine that on your own.
But the issue is people having sex and they do clouded stuff, so they don't look at everything and unpack everything. Right. We got married. I looked like I had about 10 suitcases. Cedric had 10 suitcases. Well, later on down the line, I pulled up with a U-Haul and dumped a whole bunch of stuff that Cedric didn't even know was there.
Well, but
there's some emotional stuff that came up later. Right. That's my baggage and from before, but you didn't know what you were signing up for.
No, but I'm saying this is what I would say more than the amount of baggage is someone that's willing to deal with the baggage and work on it, because everyone is not. Correct. Just like Sean is not willing to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So that even if someone has a lot of baggage per se, if they're willing to put in the work to be better, then you can work with that.
But if you can, it'd be good to make sure they should be whole when you get married.
Right.
So you don't want to get somebody that's a piece of a woman or a piece of a man, because again, you are trying to fix them and it's not your job. Right. You don't want somebody broken. Broken people do things to try to break other people too. They don't mean to.
Well, in actuality, if you marry that person, it is going to be your job to help them get to where they need to go.
Right.
Corey says, if your girl's mom has character and personality problems, does that mean that a girl will?
No. Now, it is very important to watch a family tree. If everybody, about women slapping their husband across the head, she might not be doing it now, but you got to find out what the family is like. That's why when we're talking about dating properly, go around the family, watch her interaction with her parents, watch his interaction with his parents. You know, watch them in different elements. When he get mad, is he cussing everybody out? When he got road rage trying to hit people? You want to know what that person will do in different times.
Paying attention to those tendencies are very important, but you can't let that be the end all be all, because like some people, like for me, I went the complete opposite of what I had going on in my family.
Right.
So you can't always go there. And it said, they have to be willing to deal with the issue or issues.
Right.
That's correct.
But that's why when we're talking about dating properly and what is that, that people do not go through, either they don't go through marriage counseling or they don't talk about all the stuff. Right. All the stuff, like when we do marriage counseling, we talk about family and money and sex, in-laws, social media. Like we talk about everything. Are they getting your password? Because this is stuff that you don't think is important. We had a couple, we counseled, they were like, that's not an issue for us. And a week after they got married, they had a whole issue about it. We know what we're talking about. We're not new to this because things happen. There is a different mindset than when I'm your girlfriend or your fiance that changes some kind of way when I get married. There's different expectations.
Right. Corey says, that's what I'm talking about. There's a history of family issues. Will there be issues with her?
Not necessarily.
Right. It can go either way. Like I said, some people have those issues and go the complete opposite way, and it's not a problem.
So
you learn that from talking with individuals.
Like, I don't know if you were on here the other week, Corey, but I was saying Cedric's dad was not present, and he had multiple children. How many? 12?
I don't know.
A lot of children from different women. Cedric determined in his mind that that's not who he's going to be. So he doesn't even fit in that scope of, if you went around that side of the family, he doesn't fit in that the mold, the mold. So you can determine that that's not what I want for my life.
Right. Everybody has
and one of his other brother, he on here too. Yeah. His other brother did the same thing. He decided that's not what he wants for his life. So he had a wife, he got children, he's in their life, he's they're married. Like, you can decide that that's not what I want. But you'll be able to tell when you're talking to people if they think that what their mama doing is okay. If they think that whatever's happening is okay, then you like, I don't know about that. Oh, hold on, I missed one. Is the baggage trash or storage? Ooh.
But one man trash, another man treasure. So it just depends.
Ooh, is it trash or storage? That's a good. Look, I'm going to come back to that. Trash.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a yard sale.
Right.
You know how when you have stuff that you ain't using, while you start telling, I don't need this, I don't need this, you give it away. I'm giving this mess.
Sell it.
Or sell it. So some stuff is a yard sale. All right, Chantel
said both of the couples should have walked away from the rings. They were not ready. The ladies were happy with the guy's ass after all this time, and the guys were afraid to let go. It was all surface. They need to dig deep and stay there.
But see, that's what happened.
I agree.
Look, we agree completely.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. It happened last season where somebody got the ring. She didn't really want that ring, but she did it because you don't want to embarrass the person you've been with for a long time.
Right.
If you're going to come on the show to do the process, be true to the process.
Right. Corey says, well, that's messed up for a lot of these relationship experts that keep saying if your woman's family has problems, run away. Yeah, you can't wholesale say that about people because everyone has their own decisions and life to live.
So, Corey, if I would have went with that mode, I wouldn't have been with Cedric.
Correct.
Because everything about them things. But that's not who he was, and that's not who he is.
But we talked about that, and I said that, and the funny part is you didn't understand what I was saying.
So he was saying, I don't want to be married one time. I can't believe I want to be married one time. He was like, I don't want kids everywhere, and he was like, I want to be like. He was really, and he said it so much, and it was so like he was adamant about it. I didn't understand until I realized the family dynamics that he came from. So he decided to go the other way, but if people don't know I didn't know his background. I didn't know what's going on. So I didn't know why he was tripping.
Just say, be true. Gotta be, or you're not changing the cycle. That's true.
But this is the thing. When the show goes off, they still have to deal with the same problems because they didn't get anywhere.
Nowhere.
Because now Sean gonna be asking LaRonda.
Where you going?
Why you was with that dude so much, and why you like them, and you shouldn't want to go and
but what if she got to work late one night, and one of the problems was he always calls her a liar if what she says doesn't line up.
Okay, listen, that's another thing. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How you feel about him calling her a liar all the time?
That's ridiculous. I mean, what's the purpose of marrying? You don't want to marry someone you think is a liar.
But listen, me and you disagree.
I wouldn't.
You got times you think that what I said is not, like, we might have a situation. You talking about one thing, I'm talking about the same situation, but we see it differently. Yeah. But you're not a liar. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but see, liar means that you're intentionally trying to deceive. If you perceive something to be a certain way, doesn't make you a liar. That's just the way you see it.
Right.
But lie means you intentionally trying to deceive me or trick me or get over on me.
Right.
That's a huge difference. Why would you want to marry somebody that's intentionally trying to get over on you? That don't make any sense. Why would you do that? That means you don't trust that person. Why would you marry somebody like that and try to build a life with someone you don't trust?
But like what most people do is for comfortability.
That's great.
It's what I know, it's what I'm familiar with, and I'm comfortable. I don't like where we are, but I'm comfortable because I know, like I say, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know.
Right. And it says, you missed Chantel said the reunion final should be interesting this week. Yes.
We won't go to that. We'll go back to that.
And it says, I would not have said yes to him because he does not believe anything she says. He constantly rolls his eyes.
Why is him? Okay, now y'all say a man can cry. Okay, I'm with you, but he just had too many feminine tendencies. And this is the other thing that throw me off. He a Q. I know too many. My son one, Mike one. Like, that ain't what they do.
No, but the thing is, you have to look at his background. He had no relationship with his dad. His best friend, according to him, is his mom.
Oh God!
So when that happens, those guys that have that always normally have those feminine tendencies because they hang out with their mom all the time.
You didn't do it,
but I didn't hang out with my mom all the time. I played sports. I was always playing football, basketball, track. I'm doing something. Corey says you're setting yourself up for failure if you're marrying someone who you think is a liar, whether or not they are or not, which is true.
Some people are comfortable. Some people only can live in chaos because they grew up with chaos. And when things, I know some people like that. When things are going smooth, they create chaos. And I'm like, y'all ain't got no roller coaster that you like. I know, like the hamster wheel, get off.
But that's what they like. That's what they used to.
I can't live in chaos like that. I feel like that sometimes.
You have a different upbringing. That's why.
Well,
Dory said, explain having too many feminine tendencies, please. Oh, I just did. That not good enough?
I was talking about, what you said?
About him being raised and being with
no, he said what he's saying, what are the tendencies? First of all, he cry all the time.
He's very emotional.
And he's like with his girlfriend one day, he in the bathroom throwing up and like women get more emotional. Men are usually ego driven, women are emotionally driven. Right. Not that men don't have emotions, but that's where we lead with our emotions. Right. He leads and acts like the girl, the female role. Right.
Well, their roles are flipped because she's very much has the male role in their relationship because she's very like
stern and
controlled and even keeled.
Posture.
Right.
Yeah.
So
is that good, Corey?
She said he's a what? You say he's a Q.
A Q.
The fraternity.
Omega
Psi Phi. Yeah.
Yeah. Our son is one.
My dad.
Your daddy. Mike is on here. He won. But I know that Nate, a Q. I know too many, and they just not. I know you can't generalize.
Big one.
They just not soft.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Okay, my woman sometimes tell me that I don't leave her enough room to be a woman. I'm not sure how to take that. I'm not sure what that means either. What does that mean?
In what context, Corey? Like, are you?
We need more.
Like, are you making her do something and she feel like she don't have no time to be like to go get a pedicure, or manicure, or something like that? What is it? Give me some more context.
Yeah, we need some more on that.
I was raised with 3 women, and that's not an excuse. That's on his mama.
And that's true.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
because some guys that are raised on more strictly with their mom, their mother demands that they, do this, man that up, do this. Some women, but all women don't do that. Some women take that, like, you have friends who they treat their sons like their best friend.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like they gossip with them, and so then they learn these
feminine tendencies. That's what society wants our black men not to be in the house, because if the black male, that's just things that a black man. I'm talking about black men because I don't know. They teach just by example. Like, instead of going to tell our youngest son to man up or to do whatever, but there's certain things that you see, he sees Cedric respond, he follows suit. Right. Now he may ask, and he may, like, he had a day that he might have a crying moment. You can have I'm not saying the man can't cry, but you can't be a crybaby. And girl, let me tell you, no.
Yeah, and it's not a gender thing, because
as a black man, I find it difficult to share emotions. Now that's true. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that.
Well, just because you're sharing emotions don't mean you're crying all the time.
And even if you cry sometimes, that's fine.
Right, but what I'm saying, I'm not trying to make it a gender thing, because even if I had a daughter that was crying all the time, I would address that, because crying is not going to fix it. You can't go through life every time someone's uncomfortable, you just start crying. Like, that's not going to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't be able to get anywhere and get anything done.
So let's talk about what Mike said. As a black man, I find it difficult to share my emotions. How do you, because you share your emotions now, you didn't before. How did you, what happened? What transition was different?
Well, that took time in us building our relationship. So the first 10 years, I wasn't sharing emotions with you. So that's what I'm saying. It takes time to feel comfortable with your spouse and to learn that it's okay to okay, honey, I feel like this. And then I can trust you with that. And then you try to fix it and make it better or do whatever.
Or just be there for comfort or
support.
Support.
Because you can be with a spouse where you tell them how you feel and they don't care. They don't try to do anything different. They keep doing the same thing to you to hurt you. You're like, well, you can't care anything about me if I'm telling you this thing hurts me. You keep doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's about having that trust.
So, and there's a balance, because we want men. What problem is, we'll tell men, boys, don't cry. Then when they get in a relationship and they're somebody's husband, they don't know how to have emotions because we told them don't cry forever. So we definitely not tell you not to let them cry or to share their emotions. We want it to be, though, that they know how to process, how to deal, how to go through, because you're going to have times. Chantel say, yes, he's not acting like he is cute. Right. Correct. As an Omega man, we are not. So listen, Mike, I know too many. And even, all of them are not like aggressive or big. They just not soft. Right. I don't know how to describe that. And we're
not talking about not soft, mean like you fighting people, nothing like that. It's just that, you deal with the world. There is a confidence
that comes with an Omega man, usually. They have a certain type of confidence. I can talk. That's like, I'm him. Even if they ain't cute, I'm him. You be like, you ain't. I'm him. That's just what they do.
Corey says she started talking like that when I bring up problems that I have with her, and she turns around and says stuff like that. Well, to me, it sounds like that's an excuse not to work on whatever.
Sometimes when you don't, as women, we don't want to deal with things ourselves, so we gotta do. We call it tit for tat. Like if you bring somebody to me, I'm like, well, what about you? You do this, that, and the other. Like, I gotta find, instead of just saying
it's a defense mechanism.
Let me process that. Let me think about it or whatever. It's just a defense, I guess you could say.
Right.
Sharing emotions and being emotional are two different things. Correct.
That's very correct.
Correct. It is important that you share emotions and sometimes be emotional.
Yes.
But you just can't be just emotional. As a man, I don't care who you are. That's just not gonna work.
Well, and being emotional can affect decisions, because if you're making decisions off of emotions and not thinking that thing through, then you can have some consequences.
But that's the thing. That's what men usually are for.
Right.
When I am emotional all over the place, Cedric is usually settled. Like, okay, so what about this? And what is it? Like he makes me bring the points in. I can't just be like, he like, okay, so why do you feel that way? What did they do? What happened? You know, like he's bringing me in, and by the end, I was like, maybe I was overreacting, maybe I was tripping, or maybe I just need to do X, Y, Z. Right. But you need somebody to be stable.
Right. I can share my emotions with my wife, but not the world, and nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere.
But you don't really share emotions with people either.
No, but I'm saying you can't share them with the world. You can't share them with your wife, who's supposed to be your.
But he's saying he's sharing with his wife.
That's good.
He's just saying that. What situation would you think that you would need to share your emotions?
Right.
That you can't, that you don't feel comfortable. I would think stuff like how black men feel when the police pull them over and they are belittling you or putting a gun to your head, doing stuff that mess with your manhood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff I would think would be, but I'm not a man, but that's just what I would think about.
Jay says you can't cry and not have the ability to explain why. You must deal with it personally where it's not always breaking you down.
Correct.
Yes. And that goes for men and women.
Right. But you're going to have some days you cry. You will. But the key is you got to have somewhere to, okay, let it out. And then, okay, sometimes you need to cry to release. You get released. You feel like, okay.
You know, you need to do something. If you play basketball, work out, you got to do something to release that thing off you.
Lena said he's getting better with sharing his emotions. Well, part of that, Lena, is making sure that he feels comfortable. Just like Cedric said, for probably about 10 years, he didn't share nothing with me. And I mean, we say it always jokingly, but I mean, we talk, don't get me wrong, but the stuff I learned about him was after year 10. So I feel like because he couldn't trust me with his heart, with his feelings, with what was going on, he didn't share with me. Those are years I feel like we lost so much time that we could have been better. Mm-hmm. And so I'm glad that we're good now, but it could have been better back then. And so make sure you have a safe place, not being like, oh, man that up, or why you acting like that, why you feel that way, because we don't know what it's like to be a black man in America and to deal with people always thinking that you stealing something, you ain't doing something right. If you got money, you doing something illegal. Like there's always some type of clause. Like my brother-in-law is an attorney, and we was in the courthouse. This was years ago, and it was a white lady in the elevator, and we got on the elevator. I had files. He had a briefcase, and she grabbed her purse. You afraid of the lawyer in a suit because he black? Not that he's a thug that you think. I mean, so they have to deal with that constantly. We don't have to deal with that like that, right? So, you know, having late night conversations, those pillow talk, mm-hmm. Just having, like when I came home, okay, I was talking to him on the phone on the way home, and we don't always do that, but I talked all the way home with him on the phone. And then when I got home, we were just talking about random stuff. But, you know, you don't really understand. Like I was asking him, because remember y'all one time y'all asked me, said when you knew you wanted to marry Angela. I was just asking, I was like, well, what? You know, when did you feel this way? And how did you feel? And like, I knew some things, but I didn't want to necessarily talk about it because I didn't really want to know the answer to it. You know how I was asking you about, were you ready to get married at that time? All that stuff. Like, I didn't want to take a chance of you saying something that would hurt my feelings. So I didn't, you know, I really didn't want to talk about it like that.
Right.
So we have... The finale is next week. What y'all think about Dr. Nicole's methods?
I'm still on the fence. I think she said some good stuff, but I'm not sure. Some of the stuff she said I don't quite agree with, but overall. She said pretty good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the fence with her as well. Yeah. She has a soft approach of helping, so that's cool.
Yes.
That's not our approach.
Well, but the guy seemed to be drawn to her as far as sharing and stuff like that. So.
Well, it doesn't help that she's a nice looking lady. Yeah. She's well put together. It's something about just like how you say an ugly person goes somewhere and they might not get a job or people might not talk to them. You get somebody that's good looking or whatever, they get more leeway. And I know that shouldn't be, but it is.
But the thing I'm wondering, and I haven't researched or anything, but I'm trying to figure out, like, is she in a relationship? What's her background? Or
I don't know, but it's a lot of marriage counselors.
Oh yeah,
that have a degree that's not married or never been married. Yeah. Now, what do you think about that?
I said I don't think that to me, I don't think that's an effective tool. But if you can't give me experience or what you've been through or how you navigated that, then you just guessing, in my opinion.
Well, you're doing a book report because you're telling me what other people tell emotion, but who are they surveying? Like you do that Family Feud, mm-hmm. They said 100 people. That ain't no 100 black people because them answers don't match. Now we would say.
No, but this is what I liken it to. Say you pull up to a gas station, right? And you ask somebody how to get somewhere. Somebody can look at the map and say, okay, take this road, that road. But what if the map is old and that road is closed and they built the highway now? Oh. It's better and more effective if you ask somebody that has been there that know, okay, that road is closed, so go this way, take the highway and get off on the new exit. Okay. Be right there.
Y'all see that analogy?
Yeah, the same kind of thing. You got a degree in it. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I respect that. Jay said, if you haven't been married, then
Jay said, I personally needed tough love, so I don't want to necessarily be coddled. She's not my cup of tea. See, I agree, Jay. I agree. Only because, but I've seen several people that do it, and
that do her process.
Marriage counseling. That's not been married. See, but then here you go. You got preachers that either are not married or just got married and they do marriage counseling.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
You can't effectively do marriage counseling and you just got married. I don't care who you are, preacher, nobody.
Well, I think they would say that, the Lord would give me what to say.
No.
That would be the argument, I think.
Let every man abide in his own calling. Yeah. That ain't yours, homie. No, not right now. Because you can't tell me how to get over this hump 5 years and you been married 5 days. You ain't been through the stuff yet. You just said you
still new to it. Still
right.
She's still running to the bathroom.
Going to the bathroom to what?
The poop.
Me too. I'm still doing that.
You're going poop in the bed. You're going to the bathroom. What you doing in that bathroom? That's it.
I'm still doing that too.
No.
Said preach said. Yeah. But it's just facts. It depends on. I personally, and it's funny because majority of the couples that have come to us have gone to traditional counseling at some point in time. And they felt like it was a book approach. Like, okay, so if he says this, then you say that. Right. But sometimes
that don't work for everybody.
Well, this is the thing. Sometimes you have to hear what they're not saying. Right. Because he might not want to tell me that it hurt his feelings because men don't say that. They don't say women be like, you hurt my feelings. Men don't say you hurt my feelings like that. Right. They may act out, may not talk, may shut down, but they don't just say that. But when they say a bunch of stuff, a lot of times we hear through what they're saying.
But how can you hear through that if you haven't been through that?
Well, preach, preacher.
Yeah, how you gonna know if you ain't been nowhere? You don't know.
But
I don't knock it. I mean, different stroke for different folks.
What do you think about the premise of the show?
I like the premise of the show, but I think it should be a little bit different, tweaked a little bit.
Like what? What tweaks would you do?
I don't know. To me, it seems like a lot of filler. Like it's not enough action. Like they had homework. So what was it? 10 episodes, and they had homework 2 of the episodes. They talked about the family one time. Yeah. And then they talked about what the marriage looked like. Like so you need more than 2 episodes. So
they spent too much time on dates.
Right. Well, not just that, but they weren't discussing like, okay, what we going if we have kids, what church we going to, what religion we going to be? Do you believe in God? Do you don't believe it? What about finances? What about this? Like, there's a lot of things that they should have been talking about before it was marriage time.
Right.
And they talked about the family background and then what the wedding supposed to look
like. So I liken it to Ayana, Fix My Life. When they come, she has a whole thing that she had them do, like questionnaire, all that stuff. And then they go through process. Now they do slice it up to do the show, but she has different things to illustrate different points she's trying to get to. So I agree with that. They should
But
have.
this is what I would say too. On Iyanla, that's a 1 episode show, right? They talk about more meaningful things in that 1 episode than what they did in 10 episodes on Put a Ring on.
That's true.
And that don't make no sense. When you're talking about the Iyanla is just self-growth, trying to get yourself, but you bringing 2 jokers together and y'all talked about 2 things? That's ridiculous. Are you crazy?
But maybe.
I ain't no way.
Maybe they were talking about other stuff and they thought that would just be better for the show, like to have it like that.
Listen, it takes 10 episodes to go out of town with a friend to figure out the logistics.
Really?
It don't?
I mean, it takes some work.
That's what I'm saying. Then you talk about marrying somebody and y'all talked about, well, my daddy, I don't want to call him. Okay. And then, well, when we get married, I want you to be nice to me. Okay. That was it.
But I don't think he really put any effort. Sean didn't put any effort into when they were talking about marriage. She was kind of like you said, like
basically what he said was, and what specifically he said, why I laughed, he said, we don't have to discuss it all today. We'll leave room for it to figure itself out or something to that effect. You don't remember when he said that? And I was laughing like, wow. I mean, that was the biggest cop out.
One episode.
And he didn't even do the assignment, like at all. He listened to her talk and then said, we'll leave room to figure it out once we get married. No.
That's nuts.
Look, can you imagine your doctor telling you that?
No.
Well, we'll figure it out when we get in there and cut you over. We'll just go. We'll just figure it out. No, I need you to figure it out now.
Mike said, I think the show can be different by not dating other people. I think they should focus on other things that are missing in the couple relationship. Yeah. And I agree, although I think they should maybe explore talking to more people. Not like they've spent a whole episode on a doggone date. Like I think that is to see if that's who you really want.
Well, I think that's the and why they keep and also it's to give it that messy aspect so people are watching, because is he gonna go on a 4th date with her or 3rd date? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the juicy wow factor, because what me and Mike talking about, ain't nobody gonna watch that. People talking about their feelings and what, they ain't nobody gonna watch that.
Wait a minute, you said what you and Mike talking about and they gonna watch that?
Nah, they don't watch that. No, look, you're not dating other people. All you doing is working on your relationship. Ain't nobody watching that. Getting in touch with their feelings and that. Would you watch that? Nobody else would watch it. You'd be the only one watching it. They be calling you by name. Hey, Angie. And say, I honestly don't think those relationships will continue by the show.
I don't either.
Oh, no.
There's no foundation. You can. No. This is the thing. People know what to say for the camera, but you can see when there's a genuine change.
No, but this is the other thing too about Dr. Nicole. There's no tools given to deal with their day-to-day relationship.
Yeah,
she's just like, okay, you need to feel that you're more than enough and you're worth it, and that's great. But what do I do when I'm mad with her, or I'm pissed off with her, or when Sean called me a liar again? What do I do? Like, how do I handle that?
So, like when we do relationship stuff, we give people tools. If they have an issue, this is how. Because some people just be yelling and screaming at each other and fussing.
Right.
So this is how we do that. Hey, Cedric, when I tell you blah, 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 and you call me a liar, it makes me feel
this way.
Whatever. Right. That way, I'm not accusing him of anything, but I'm telling him how I feel and I'm addressing it. Those are tools. Hey, Lena, when I call you and you don't answer, it makes me feel like you don't want to talk to me or that you're mad at me.
Right.
Hey, like you addressed what happened and how it made you feel, because you can't tell me how I feel.
No, but also that gives some clarity, because then Lena can say, hey, no, you're very important to me, but at the time I had my hands full, I was doing this, I was in the shower, I was whatever. You'd be like, oh, okay, I didn't know that.
But I didn't, you're right. There was no tools given.
So then the conflict is averted. You know what I'm saying? There's no conflict because she told you, okay, this is what happened. And then you can say, oh, okay, so you didn't realize that I was calling, your phone was dead, or your phone was off, or
I just had a rough day, and right. I don't
shut it down when it did.
Right. Yeah. Mike said, I feel you said, you're right. Yeah. Anybody gonna watch our show?
I ain't about to watch that. I ain't about to watch that. But listen, it's a thin line between, you got to remember that this show is for entertainment. Do they want to help their relationship? Yes. But more importantly, they want to make money. They want people to watch it so they can keep getting these seasons and keep getting these checks.
That's true.
So I think that they're leaning more toward the entertainment value than actually fixing these relationships.
Well, that got to be true because, like you said, no tools were given. Like there are so many instances that I was seeing how they should have worked through some of that stuff. Even Alexia and Darren, when that situation happened, they should have talked because she's going to have unresolved issues that.
And you didn't hear Dr. Nicole tell them to talk now time.
Well, he said she won't talk to me, but no, like Alexia, tell him how you feel. You know, I've thought for.
I'm just saying.
I said Alexia, and Alexia started talking. When all these years I've been thinking that you were messing around in the condo, and then now you sleep with her in the condo. You know, broke my heart and made me feel. Well, you know, stuff like, but have a conversation.
But listen. This is the other part of that as well.
Hey, so when it said that my show begins, anybody gonna watch?
Right. Don't act like you gonna watch that, Lana. You ain't gonna watch that, John.
We'll watch, Lana. We gonna support our husbands. We'll watch, girl.
But look, this the other thing too. I don't know how many of these therapists around the country you can get that will advocate you going on a date with somebody else to help your current relationship.
I get the premise though.
No, but I'm saying seriously, do you think that's like a common thing?
No. That
you just look up a therapist in the yellow pages and they be like, I'm having problems with my girlfriend. Oh, we'll go on a date with somebody else. That'll make it better. Sorry, said no one ever.
Lana said she definitely will watch.
Right.
Look, he can come on here one Monday, let Richmond Heights talk about marriage. The Mans just have a show.
Look, we had a men show. It was off the chain.
They had a men show. It was very, very good. I'm actually about to go do it because now you can replay a show. I think I made it because it was very good.
Listen, I wish we could have done another one for Father's Day, but it was too short notice.
But I had my dad on for Father's Day, and it was really good. I learned stuff on the.
See, you didn't even know.
I learned stuff when I was interviewing my dad. I was like, wait a minute, wait, Dad, what? That what you were doing?
I was out here in these streets.
My daddy said they wouldn't let him and my mama get married, so he bigged her. I say, what? He got her pregnant. I said, Lord, Apopka people. He bigged her. I said, what? A bigged her? Pastor Philmon, what you doing?
What you talking? Surely the pastor was not doing this type of thing out here in these streets.
I'm glad God saved your soul. I know. You out here in these streets.
Out here fertilizing.
Fertilizing.
Fertilizing women's and everything like that.
I bigged them.
Oh Lord.
But anyway, I am curious to the season finale. I remember last season finale, you can tell that Ashley didn't want to be with Hollywood. And she really had a connection with that other dude. Like genuinely. Like sometimes it's just we've been together for a long time, but it's just not the right person for you.
Right. And like I told you earlier, we was talking too, just because you love someone don't mean you're supposed to be with that person. It takes more than love to sustain a relationship for sure. Tina say, what love got to do? Got to do with it.
Yeah, we're not gonna go by Tina. We're not
She's still single. She got a boyfriend, I think.
Yeah,
they go together a long time.
She gonna be on the show too.
She gonna put Tina on there.
But anyway,
I think it's an age limit. Tina's
anyway, guys. If you are having problems with your relationship, if it's communication, if it's sharing your feelings, if it's in-laws, if it's children, if it's sex too much, lack thereof, any of that stuff, you need tools to be able to have a conversation because hard subjects are gonna come up, and you can't retreat. Say I don't want to talk about it. You can't yell it out. You can't sleep it off. You have to be able to have a conversation. Hey, I don't feel loved, or hey, I don't feel touched enough. Like he was saying,
it's gonna come back again and again.
It's gonna keep coming back. And even sometimes when you address it, it'll still come back because we didn't get it all. So,
but when you do that, it gets easier and less intense each time when you finally get it where you need to be. So,
I mean, I feel but I do agree that we should lessen that show should lessen the dates and increase the tools on how to matriculate through.
Well, even if they didn't give you tools, they could at least say, okay, well, talk about finances tonight. Okay, talk about social media tonight. Okay, talk about, like, at least have a conversation about something. Even you're not gonna give them any tools.
And listen, but that people will watch that about, you know, they're going through the issues because everybody has those issues. They have relationship, they have boundary issues, they have, you know, they have all kinds of stuff. So everybody have them.
Yeah, but that's you assuming that people want to fix some issues that they have in their relationship. Everybody is not in that mind frame.
You don't think people want to fix their relationship?
Everyone don't know. They like it just the way it is. Because I can keep being raggedy, what I'm gonna fix it for?
Well, y'all, thank you for watching. So I guess the thing is it this week?
I'm not sure. I know they said it was coming up.
I think it might be this week.
Sometimes they make you wait 2 weeks for it, but I don't know.
Well, I think Alexia pregnant, y'all. Good and pregnant.
Lord have mercy.
But it might be plot twist in the words of Chanel. It might be plot twist. It might be somebody else, baby.
It might be one of them friends that she done had all them years that he ain't like. Remember? She like, he got them friends.
Wait a minute. So it's next Monday. It don't come on Monday. Do it later. I'm so confused.
She said Friday.
Oh, next Monday to talk about it.
Yeah.
Listen, Lane, look, I need to do one of them things where you go live and watch it together.
A watch party.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they still have them watch party things? Because we could do that. Because I need to watch it. And I need somebody I can talk to about it.
Listen.
My husband never watches it when it comes on. And he watches it separate. He would not watch it with me.
It's too intense. I can't deal with it.
Boy, hush. So raggedy.
Too much going on. Get my emotions all twisted up.
He lying. So we gotta figure out how we can do that. How can we I
don't know. You're looking at me. I don't know.
I know you don't know.
Nothing about
do they
that.
do watch parties anymore? I know the iPhone will have a thing that you can watch stuff together.
Like what's that? The FaceTime.
They got a new thing where you can watch movies together on. I don't know who wants one.
Oh yeah.
That's the new update
that's stupid. You know, watch a movie on the phone with some other people. That don't make no sense.
I'm sure it's probably a computer. I'm sure
you can't even see the little thing.
Wait, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna try to figure it out before then, so I can sit down and leave. Let's watch it together.
Yeah, you looking at the phone.
We can just look. We can go live and be watching and be talking about it on the commercial.
You can throw it on the TV with the Apple thing, right?
I know, but I'm saying the Apple TV tripping. That's what I want to get. Apple TV.
No.
Yes, I do.
No. You better fix that one you got.
I can't. It's old.
It's mine.
Well, get it and shut up in.
Throw it down the street.
I'm sorry. That's so inappropriate. I shouldn't tell you to shut up.
That's right. That hurt my feelings.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you got to make it up to me.
No. You didn't do enough making up.
Yeah.
Do it to your leg. Okay, do it to your leg shaking. Aura.
That's right.
Got that man on trial.
Right. In there passing out. Get some more time. Leave that man alone. Free all
right. All right, y'all. We're gonna get ready to go. Lena, I see what I can find out. If you find something, let me know.
Yeah, if I find out, I'll let you know too.
Shut up, you can find out nothing. So it's Friday. What time it come on Friday? Lena, what time it come on Friday? I think about like 10.
Why you keep looking at me like I know stuff?
I don't know why I look at you. Nothing. I know you don't know nothing.
Nothing.
A Zoom. Oh yes, you can do a Zoom watch party. Mike.
Richmond Heights for the win.
I'm gonna say Omega for the win.
Richmond Heights for the win.
Omega.
Yeah.
All right. Zoom watch party.
Look at the Adams coming through.
You see him?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get the Zoom watch party, and you gotta watch it too.
Okay.
He'll never watch it with me.
Can I watch it on my iPod?
No. Good night, y'all.
My iPod Touch. Nano, what is the thing?
Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to Black Love United so you can get out and hit the notification bell.
Right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Share this video with a friend.
Yes,
And,
you can text and say, "Girl, should I watch this video? They crazy."
Yeah, and look, and send us topics that you guys want to talk about as well.
Yeah, because we're gonna be done. We'll put a ring on it. We'll start back with our
Right.
topics after next week.
And we want to talk about what y'all want to talk about. This is our show, everybody's show. It's a family show.
You said what? You aggressive?
Huh?
You was aggressive just then.
That's passion. I was showing my emotions. Yeah. Emotions.
What you gotta say? Emotion make you cry sometime?
There you go.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. We got to go. Angie got some work to do.
We're good. Why'd you fondling me?
Mhm.
I think you done had your quota for the week.
Nope. All right, man. Love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
You can hit the end button this time.
Mash the button.